Hello and good morning, good afternoon or good evening. Welcome to Speed Force Racing. You are joining the GP4 tier and we're racing round what's hopefully going to be a sunny Australia. It is in fact the new layout of the Australian Grand Prix. I actually quite like it as well. Really nice. It's a lot faster. The back X session is absolutely brilliant. I think it's a massive improvement to the circuit. It is Spin City, so a lot of drivers will be spinning tonight, I believe, especially those on no TC or even those struggling with medium traction control. Anyway, I am EnergyDan. I'll be your host and commentator for this evening, and hopefully we'll have some decent action for you. So it is of course season 11 of Speed Force Racing, and we are in round 3 of this new season. Not long into a full race calendar. And it looks like it's going to be a dry qualifying. Whoop whoop. Right, who's going to be the first to get out after they do their setup? We shall see. Let's get the stream comments sorted. It looks like it's going to be a Red Bull, is it? It's the Alpha Tauri of Teggy Bondcat. As his ride on board as he does his installation lap, we'll show you guys the new layout of the circuit. As he gets overtaken, which he will. Again, reprofile corner there. This section coming up now is unchanged. And coming up to the normal section, not much changes here, same as before, but obviously coming at the end of this section, all this has changed. Well, not all of it, but it has been tweaked. This is one of the biggest changes, an absolute 90-degree now. It's a nice runoff area on the end. Nothing changed on this, this is still drop a gear and power it round. And then no change on this corner. Right, on board with Cafu now, let's just see what he can do. As he goes across to start his flying lap, but he's closely followed by someone else there. Looks like a Ferrari, possibly of the Vicar or Podge. Oh no, Podge is in a Ferrari. Honest mistake there. I'm so used to seeing Podge in a Ferrari. So tricky section of corners that the Confuser's doing there. You have to watch on that curb on the outside. It can spin you, as is this one. Oh, it invalidates! So just on board with the Vicar. Let's see if he can nail turn 1. Does, probably gets a little bit too conservative on taking that curb. Maybe lost a 10th. See if he nails this heavy braking zone. Yep, very smooth. Oh, very dangerous on that curb there, but he managed to make it pay. A little bit of a lift going into the right turn. Yeah, very conservative on the curbs there, and he's not cutting much at all. This section that the Vicar's in now is actually a pretty good overtaking place. If you can keep on the back of the car going through the last 2 DRS zones, that S section is actually a very powerful overtaking place if you have the ERS. As McQuarrie sets the fastest lap. Oh no, sorry, Podge with a 1:19.765. So fair play to Racing Podge. Let's just go back to the Vicar. Should be on for a 121 at least, I think, or 122. Oh, could be quicker actually. Nice, the Vicar goes fastest with a 1:19.231. So just on board with Dan Clark. Let's just check one of the McLarens. No, he's invalidated. Bocci 92. Is he just starting? Nope. Going to set a lap time of 1:20.955. This could be a fast one from Dan Clark. 1:20.427 puts him P6. Let's see if we can find, is that a Red Bull, I believe, at the back? Let's check Ryan Van Doom. Oh, massive cut and invalidates. It may have invalidated already, actually. I'm too sure on that one. Let's check Flex Banham. Oh, a little bit deep on that corner. Doesn't invalidate though, but did go a little bit too deep. Oh, and he spun. Yeah, it is a difficult corner. You've got to be brave on it. Drop it a gear, just absolutely ping the steering and the accelerator. So unfortunate for Flex Banham. Let's have a look at. I believe everyone's going to come in for some fresh tyres now. Let's see if we can find one. Let's try a different player. They should be coming in. Unless he's for another hot lap. Yeah, nobody's coming in. Pit. Let's try with Cafu then. I think he'll be going for the... Evening, Mr. Hook. Evening, Agent Sheldon Cooper. Just burning off a bit of fuel there, I think. For Cafu. Got 5 more cars out on track now. So hopefully everyone's adjusted to the changes that came over the last few weeks. The patch 106, so the 2 106 patches and the 107 patch drastically changed the setups. Most of these guys will be running probably 1 click from the left on the tyre pressures, whereas we used to probably do 2 or 3 clicks from the right. So look, a few just setting off now on his hat lap. Good level of cutting on the curbs there. Nice braking and good acceleration into that, got it connected up very well there. Stays clear of the curb on the right. See, I tend to ride that curb almost like on a beach mentality, just proper straddle it, but yeah, each their own. Let's see if we can cut this curb or not. I tend to cut this quite severely. Ooh, too much there. Unfortunate from Cafu, but yeah, it's another corner that I drastically. Let's just see who's there. Mercedes going across the line. We've got Mad G sitting in P6. Let's see if we can find someone. Let's go with probably Mr. Wiggles or Flex Banham. Yep, Mr. Wiggles it should be. Still the Vicar in pole position at this time, 19.231. A little bit too cautious there, but it's probably looking at a 122. Yeah, 122.238. Flex Ban's just starting his lap. One of the AlphaTauris in the background going off on the circuit map. Let's just see what Podge is doing. There's Podge is on a hot lap. Currently sat in P2. He needs to find half a second over the course of this lap to challenge the Vicar. Nice tidal line through there. Oh, that's so close to being validated. Looks like he's definitely going for it. It's not the best track for overtaking, so it does pay to be up there during qualifying. Nice cut from Podge there, and again, keeps it in with the white lines, opens the DRS, might get a cheeky bit of DRS coming off the car in front. This could actually help Podge, he's getting a nice little tour here. This car needs to get out of the way. Okay, that's officially a block. Yep. 100% block. Mad G's now going to P2. Right, let's find out who this car was. I believe it was one of. Oops, I believe it was one of the Alfa Romeos. It was Flex Banham. So I imagine Racing Podge is going to be pretty upset with that. I'm not sure what this guy's doing. Well, it's not going to be a quick time because he's almost on, yeah, nearly 50 seconds into two sectors. I'm not even sure if Flex Banham can improve here. This could very well be a 125. Oh, could be quick actually. He's going to improve. He goes 121.895, plus in P12. So Botch is about to start a lap. Slides through those two apexes rather well. Canyon Haley's braking and turning. Seemed a little bit late on the brakes there. Probably lost half a tenth there with the turning. Very conservative line through there. And again, very conservative, so I'd be impressed if he can improve on this one. And we've just seen Bocce spin. Okay, so I think we're going to see quite more of that in the race. It's a difficult track not to spin, even for medium TC users. So let's go and find. Let's try Mahatma Guna. Mohammed Guna. Is he going to come in now? It looks like he's either prepping for a lap or he's aborted and going to come in. So still on top is the SFR-energydan. Then we've got, here's the father and son duo looking out the front row at the minute. Yeah, he's going to go for another lap, so let's go and find someone else to look at, if there is someone out on the track. Not that I can see that's going to set any Podge coming out again. So yeah, the father and son duo of SFR the Vicar and SFR-energydan locking out the front row. Not much between them either. 19.231 and a 19.276 respectively. Nipping at the heels in P3 is Macari 20 with a 119.456. 4,000s back from that is Teggy 69. And then Podge just nipping at the heels on a 5.44. So Mahavaguna just favouring that hugging line at the start of that S section. Let's see if he cuts the corner. Yep, perfectly. And again. Oh no, misses the turn in and finds the gravel. So while Guna's building sandcastles, let's try and find someone else. Curfew coming through sector 2 now. Let's see if Curfew can do any better with the turning. I believe it still turns 10 and 11, I think. A bit more conservative at turn 10 and very conservative through turn 11. Oh, Bodge, collision with SFR the Vicar. Sorry guys about flicking through, but... Podge Racing, who's on a hot lap. Looks like he hooked that well. Although I think Podge forgot to turn his ERS off on his out lap because he's almost out. Looks like Ryan Van Doom's been for a spin. Looks like just in sector 3. Ryan Van Doom's sitting down in P16. Oh, Podge goes a little bit deep. He's almost out of battery as well. I think he's going to go all or nothing because there's only a minute left. He's got to set a quicker time because he won't have time to come back in and get back out. He's going to abort it. He's aborted. We've not seen Biff actually. He's in the pit. Schwab 0. Let's have a look at him. He's invalidated. Will he have enough time to get to them? I don't think we're less than a minute left now. So I don't think he'll have time. So Podge retires, currently in P3. Let's just see if Macari can do it. And nope, doesn't improve. Looks like Teggy's just set a personal best in sector 2. And he's invalidated on the dreaded exit of turn 11. Danklar, let's go. Should be zeros also. Will they have time to get across? Oh yeah. No, he won't. He won't have enough time. Bocci. No, Confused. Looks like Confused going to be finished as well. I don't think anyone else can really improve. Maybe McQuartie, but he's got no battery. Trevor 122s and 105. Yeah, it could potentially improve, but it needs to be improved by a tenth and a half to even take it from Flex Banham. Nope, and he's aborted. So I think that might be it, guys. That might be. Yep, that will be qualifying for GP4 C11 round 3 around Australia. So the father and son duo of SFR the Vicar and SFR-energydan locking out the front row. Quite an achievement from them too. Although, if I was the vicar, I would be absolutely rubbing it in Mad G's face that he's just basically a veteran's just beating him. But, you know, that's just me. So the question is, guys, are we going to have a dry race? Welcome to the stream, Doran. Gareth was 3/10 up and he crashed, unfortunate G. So guys, for the 70 that are watching, who have you got for the win? Yeah, Doran, I think you're right. I think that is a good one. Father-son front row lockout, absolute mega. UT Cash, evening mate. Welcome to the stream. I think we're just waiting on an Alpha Tauri to have a retire on track, which is allowed after the timer's gone. There we go. So there you go, guys. So SFR the Vicar. Oh no, the Vicar's got a 5th place. Oh yeah, because who was it that crashed into him? Someone crashed into him. Bocce. Anyway, it would have been SFR Vicar's pole lap, but then we've got Mad G in P2, Pudge in P3, Macari 20 in P4, Teggy 69 in P5, Dan Clark in P6, we've got Shubi Zero in 7th, we've got Fat Furious in 8th, Bocce in 9, Kafu in 10, Mahumaguna in 11th, Mr. Wiggles FF in 12th, we've got Flex Banham in 13th, we've got McQuirty in 14th, Biff in 15th, and Ryan Van Doom in 16th. So it looks like Bocce, Fat and Furious, and SFR the Vicar all got penalties. So I wonder if that's been a collective crash. Either way, I expect to see that in the stewards, or I would imagine to see that in the stewards. So it looks like we're going to have a dry race, or at least it's going to start off dry. Excuse me guys while I just sort the audio out. So looks like the Vicar's gone down to P6, which is rather unfortunate. And Bocce and Biff dropping all the way down to P14 and 15. Let's have a quick look at the tyres. Everyone on mediums apart from Ryan Van Doom that's going for the reverse strategy, which could be a very good strategy. The graphic at the bottom there just showing you it's a medium to hard or a soft medium hard. I can't see how the soft medium hard would work without a safety car, but yeah, the softs are terrible around here. They last about what, 7 laps I think it is. So of course, for anyone watching this back or joining live that's not familiar with the new F122 game, the guys get an immersive formation lap, which means there's the usual formation lap, but at the end they get to choose how they line their car up. They can point it left, point it right, and they can also go too far in the box or stop short in the box or get it bang on. If you go too far or if you stop too short, it will reset your car to the designated stand position, which is normally a few milliseconds back from what is optimum. Yeah, Dan Cloud could get a good result from P5 actually. Yeah, you're right there, Doran. Oh, sorry, Adam Davis that was. Okay, so looks like G's about to line up. Let's see if he gets it right. Oh, he's going to cut across the track by the looks. His stop's a little bit short. Teggy, stop's very short there. Oh, Dankler, got it. Oh, three, there's a few Laguna and Wiggles. Four, five red lights. And they're out and away we go. Great start from Dankler there. Manchi's on the inside line, get ready to cover. Looks like most made it through. Oh, we have one car at the back. Nagy still in the lead of this race, covering the lines, as just in the background the Haas and the McLaren of McCarry and Podge just getting toe to toe. Ryan Van Doom is up 6 positions. The Vic has already got a time penalty for multiple warnings. So if you're looking at Podge, he's deploying the RS. Goes around the outside. Can they make it through together? That's a very difficult one to pull off, but he tried it. This front pack's storming away now. So it looks like at the back we have got a couple of stragglers. So it must have been Fat and Furious Mr. Wiggles' effort. Let's go with... Sorry guys, yeah, so it looks like the bottom 4 all had issues there. Mad G set the fastest lap 1:29.975. So it looks like the field just starting to kind of pan out a little bit, especially in the mid to rear pack. There is a definitive front pack, probably all the way from the Vicar. Although McQuartie's not too far away, but yeah, it's definitely the Vicar down to P1 is what we consider the front pack. Podge again, just trying to make up places. As McCarry 20 is making a move on Mad G. Same move that Podge tried doing, a little bit of wheel banging there. And of course in the background is Teggy69. Just have a look at this battle, saying, yeah, you guys crack on. You keep fighting and I'll reap the benefits when it doesn't work out for you. Of course, there's another 27 laps of this race to go. So, three fastest laps set consecutively, and it's Podge that takes it. Just looks like Teggy69 starting to make a move now, push up onto the back of SFR-Racing Podge. Podge has got his sights set on McCarry 20 again. ERS is being deployed, and we've got the retiree. It's Ryan Van Doom, and it looks like it's a virtual for now. Yeah, virtual safety car. So everyone can recharge the batteries, cool the tyres. Shouldn't be too much of a bad circuit for keeping the Delta around here. There's no major areas apart from maybe the sector 3 that they're in now, where the Delta times can spike. Sort of when the braking zones, when the Delta goes from plus 0.2 seconds to, you know, your minus 1.1 second. It's very hard to get that back in the green. Of course, we don't see when the safety car is ending. Drive through, speed on the safety car. That's the commentator's curse right there. So of course he can't serve that. Oh, and we've gone green again. We've gone green. It looks like Macari was caught sleeping. Podge just went straight through. What a move from Racing Podge on the ball, and he's taken P2 from Macari, who was caught sleeping. So a few people stopped there. Looks like Biff stopped. So let's just go down towards Maggi. So yeah, Racing Podge is looking at the back of his gearbox, eyeing it up and saying, yep, I'll have a piece of that. Podge is ever so close now, but also Macari's come back into the mix, chasing him down. Going down this long, well, I'd like to say long DRS straight, but it's not really that long. So I think Podge could very well get this in sector 2 if he's careful. Just stay on the back of him now, use the next DRS zone to close the gap. And in that top of the map that you can see now, as you come out of that long right-hander, blast your IRS there and he should be able to get before turn 10. But we'll see what he does. Here we go. This should be it. Is he close enough? I don't think he's close enough. Yeah, Mad G's not even blasting his IRS either, so it looks like Mad G's actually got this on pace. Podge had a little bit of a better line through there. Looks like Macari 20's dropped back a little bit. Just looking down the order now, there's no one really pushing for an overtake from what I can see. Oh, we've got a spinner at the back. I believe that's Biff, is it? No, sorry. We've got Biff and Fat and Furious in the pits, and then there's Mr. Wiggles on the end of sector 1 that's actually had the spin, and I think we saw, was that McQuartie getting a penalty there? Or was it Biff? Or must have been Biff. So again, Podge pretty equalised now. I wonder if these guys just... Oh, is this safety car? This might be a safety car. It is, it's a safety car. Okay, so Fat and Furious is coming for hards. I'm not sure Biff's got the right idea being on softs. I'd probably go back to hards or the used mediums if I was him. Let's just check position changes. So there you go, there's your position changes. P1 down to P5 unchanged. Drive through, speed on the pit lane. There's 2 drivers now that have had speed in the pit lane. Speed on the safety car. So we've got McQuartie up 6 positions. He's our winner for position changes so far. We've got Guna, who's up 1 position. Cafu down 1. Tribe 0 down 3. Flex Balance started, is where he started. And then another penalty for Biff. Unfortunate. So just have a look at stops. One stop. Yeah, so everyone is still yet to stop, apart from those on screen you can see. So 4 drivers have stopped. So it's too early to come off of the mediums onto the hards. So you'd have to do 23, or with racing up to 22. Biff again. So Biff not having a good time here. But yeah, I think he has come off of those softs, he has, yeah.
Yeah, as I was saying, it's probably the wrong time for the medium runners to come off of those yet. You'd be asking a lot of the hards, or you'd be committing to a 2-stop. So yeah, I can see why these guys have stayed out. You want to at least get to, I would say, lap 10 on the medium minimum before you can think about making the 1-stop work. So the question is, sports fans, where will Mad G kick the pack off? Now, I'm not sure whether I'd go on the exit of the last turn, or whether I'd actually back the pack up and bolt out of the second to last turn. Yeah, Smoke, I always think of Biff from Back to the Future. So we've still got a few stragglers. We're probably going to look at an extra lap behind the safety car. I think it's a minimum of 2 laps. Looks like Fat and Furious is caught up, but we have got Biff right at the back, like really far to the back. I don't think the safety car is going to wait for him to catch up. It will go at the end of this lap. So it just depends if he's got a delta shown or not. It should be showing as catch safety car queue, but as we're all aware, EA and Kobe's couldn't organise a drinking session in a brewery. Or a barbecue in a butcher's. Anyway, so it looks like those medium runners are probably in a good space right now, because they can do, I'd say, at least another 6 laps upon restart before thinking about changing the hards. But it also means that anyone coming off the mediums too early risks getting the overcut. So it's going to be very, very important for Mad G to decide when he comes in. The hards are notoriously rubbish for pit exit tyre temps, and they are very, very gingerly the first third of a lap, maybe even half a lap if not more. So this does put the overcut into very strong contention to be seen here. Oh, there we go. So it is coming in. Let's see when Mad G goes. He's going to start backing the pack up now. No real need to overly warm the mediums. They're quite easy to warm up. So he does need to make sure he gives enough space to the safety car. Safety car line is pretty much where the start of the green is on the home finish straight. But you can't actually go until the start. The actual overtaking can't happen until the finish line. So the safety car technically is in. Safety car's about to cross the finish line now, which will mean it will go green, and he's gone. And looks like the front three got a massive jump on Teggy 69, Macari 20. Oh, Mad G's gone! Oh, that's unfortunate for Mad G. Like I was saying in the qualifying, it is very hard not to spin, even on medium TC. So SFR Racing Pod takes the lead, trying to build a gap to Macari 20. Yeah, I think Smoke's right, cold rears there. And the one place you do not want Racing Podge to be is in the lead in clean air. I imagine we're going to see Podge build quite a commandable lead now. Front three definitely making a dash for this. Dan Clark is already out of DRS. DRS is not activated just yet. It will be at the end of this lap upcoming. SFR Vicker on the back of Dan Clark. I was probably going to go for a dive there, but thought better of it. So Podge, as you can see, the timing screens is nearly at that 1 second mark, which means when DRS is enabled, Macari 20 will not get DRS. It's built. Oh, it's storming ahead now. You can see the temps climbing. Has Macari 20 actually had a mistake? I'm not sure, but that definitely jumped nearly half a second in, a quarter lap. Just very quickly check something. Yeah, he's used a lot of his battery already. So Podge definitely in a commanding lead now. Broken DRS. Teggy 69 is kind of safe to Dan Clark. But Macari 20 is definitely getting some pressure from Teggy 69. No DRS just yet. Podge sets the fastest lap, 1:22.889. DRS is now enabled. So yeah, for any of the guys that have not stopped yet, we've got Bocci at the back, who looks like he's retired on track. Macari getting a time penalty. So yeah, so either Bocci has retired or left the session through connection issues. Nearly 2 seconds now for Podge in the lead. It's that far further enough back that Macari 20 won't be getting any form of slipstream or turbulent air. So let's have a look at the pack. We've got Dan Clark, who's now on the back of the Vicker. Has been there for the last lap and a half. Needs to make this under braking to get the time back. So I think, just going back to Mad G now, I think he's only Macari's in the pit. He's thought better of those mediums. Now, if I was Mad G, I would stay out. Absolutely pagger these mediums. Looks like it's going to be an easy overtake for him. Take the inside line. Easily done. There we go. Just seeing Mr. Wiggles just getting a little bit of rear axle spinach there. Yeah, if I was Mad G, he's not that far off the leaders really. 15 seconds. It's 5 seconds from a pit stop. So yeah, Mad G, I think he just needs to double down and go for the overcut. He probably ends up coming out 4th or 5th with a good in lap and a good out lap. So yeah, Dan Clark's got a very sizable lead over P5, which is putting these top 4 for great contention for the podium spots. 2.6 seconds now for Racing Podge. So it looks like Podge is just starting to struggle now with those medium tyres. And it won't be long until we see Podge come up on the back of the sort of retired car of Bocci. Ooh, McQuithy. Very close to the back of Sugar Zero. No ARS for McQuartie. Personally, I would have done a good old squirt there. It's a great section of the track for eating away at them temps. McQuartie nailed that corner there. 3.3 seconds for Podge. So Maggi all over the back of Flex Banham. Oh, Flex Banham spins on the exit. So that's an easy position for Maggi. So again, Maggi in a very good position now to have a fight back. He's only 2.8 seconds away from this this pack. And then before a break between McQuartie and Sherb Zero, so he could probably make up another 2 positions. That's when I would be tempted to do the pit stop, but we'll see what he does. So again, bringing that time down now, under 2 seconds. On board with SFR the Vicar. Good to see Teggy 69 in front, absolutely harvesting all the way through that section. And he's in the... Oh, it's a fake! Did the Vicar want to pit? We don't know. Dan Clark stays out. Is Shive going to come in? Nope, he's staying out. Fat and Furious. He's already on the hards anyway, I think. So the Vicar is now on the hards, coming out, and he should come out in P10, I believe. Yeah, it should be a nice P10 for the Vicar, who will now be going to the end. And we've got Podge spun, Podge spun! Unfortunate for Podge. So Podge has now spun from the lead. I don't know if that was... I imagine it would be on his own because he was 3.5 seconds in the lead. I'd imagine he's going to come in now and pit. Oh no, sorry, Podge has pitted. Sorry for missing that, guys. So it looks like... I would say... Macari 20 is technically in the lead of this race. Let's go to interval, yep. So, it's not all that bad there then. The Vicar, Podge, Mr. Wiggles, and Macari 20, all within 7.5, maybe 8 seconds of each other, who are technically the leaders of this race. So, Maggi, I'd probably have to stick it out, and just hope for a safety car. But he's coming in. He's following McQuartie in. McQuartie slowing way down there. That was a bit of a... what's the right thing to say? Unfortunate for Maggi, as McQuartie was overly cautious on the brakes. Maggi jumps him in the pit, so must be getting a front wing for McQuartie. Podge is now back up into 4th place, and he's about to make a great move. Absolute stellar move from Podge up into 3rd place now. So it looks like this isn't all done for Podge. He just needs to catch up to McCarry, who's got a penalty, by the way. Fat and Furious is going to be struggling at the end, I think. Another 13 laps to go, which will make the 24 lap old tyres at the end, whereas Podge will only be on 13 lap old hards. I have no idea how Podge has got back up to P3 here. That is a very impressive recovery from his spin. Probably helped out by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people pitting. Just to let you know though, we've got Danklar on softs, which will not make it to the end. And we've also got Shayab Zero also on the soft, which will not make it to the end. You could probably get them to the end, but they will not be competitive whatsoever. Podge looks thirsty, yes, and hungry. So yeah, softs. It was probably the lesser of 2 evils for Danklar and Shayab Zero. They probably already used their mediums and hards, and probably just needed to put them on and hope for a safety car, I suppose. Let's have a look at who we've got fighting. We've actually got Danklar fighting now on the back of the Vicar. Let's see what they do through turn 10. So Podge now 1.3 off the back of McCarry 20. So Danklar needs to get past the Vicar on these soft tyres pretty quickly, or he's going to just burn him out. Teggy 69 setting the fastest lap, 22.844. And then Shayab Zero, who's also on the soft, goes even quicker with a 22.758. So the soft tyre is obviously the fastest tyre at the moment, but that will not last long at all. So let's just go on board with Guna, who's chasing down McQuartie. McQuartie is on the newer hard tyre. Ooh, another penalty for Flex Banham. 4 drivers currently serving time penalties on track. Oh, we're going to have to go to Podge. Sorry guys, because he's right on the back of McCarry 20. Ah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. As McCarry 20 comes back at him. If I was Podge, I'd just back off and do it on the DRS straight. Because you're going to have DRS as it crossovers the activation line, which should be an easy overtake for Podge. So McCarry 20 very intelligently defensive there. Podge goes on the inside line. Nice, we'll get another outside line. Will he be ahead? He is ahead. Needs to get this corner nailed. And he does. Podge is in the lead technically. Because Fat and Furious is not going to last very long on those 14 lap old hards. So 10 laps remaining. I'm not sure how competitive Dankla and Shaib0 are going to be on those softs. They're obviously been very powerful tyre to be on at the minute, but again, that won't last very long. And we've got Fat and Furious in the pits, so now Podge is back in the lead of this race. Mad G, who had an unfortunate spin on the new hards, sitting in P7, so he'll be inheriting P6. Smoke, please see yourself out after that one. Podge has to get the win. Dad jokes, wow. Yeah, just looking, the Vickers ERS is full, it looks like. So again, Podge has broken that 1 second DRS time window, and he's found himself back in clean air on warmed up hards. Lap 4 onwards for hards is where you really want to start pushing them. Let's have a look now. We've got Mr. Wiggles sort of approaching the back of Techie69, but it's hovering at about a second. See if the Vicar can do anything. He's sort of pushing on the back of Macari 20 now. Slightly younger hard tyres. Oh, great exit for the Vicar. Thinks about the lunge. Not close enough. There's the penalties, guys. So Dankla is actually in for a pretty good result here. McQuarrie picking up another a time penalty. I think everyone that he saved in the pits. So yeah, Dankla and Shaib0 could be on for good results here. Let's just check the tyres. Oh yeah, Shaib0 was one of the ones on the soft, so he'd need to be really making these tyres last. We have only got 8 laps remaining, but that would then put them at 13 lap old. Which I think is a little bit too much, as we just see if he could go for another move but thinks better of it. I'd be doing it now. Get that ERS activated. And he's still not activating the ERS. Surely he's got to do it down this home finish straight. Let's have a look. Yep, he's activated it. Finally activated the ERS. This could be a late move. No, again, just bottles it. So we've got Dankla got in the pits. He didn't think those tyres were going to last, so he's going to put the softs on and see what it can do with only 7 laps remaining. So Pro Oliver reckons that there's a safety car coming. If the soft guys would have stayed on them, maybe from Shaib0 in about 3 laps time, but other than that, Cafu maybe on 60 lap old mediums. Yeah, I wouldn't say there's that much of a potential for a safety car. The Vicar again closing in, and goes a little bit wide. Guna gets a time penalty. And just for giggles, there's SFR Racing Podge now a full 3 seconds in the lead of this race. Wow, what a lead there. So Podge seriously found his pace. Looks like we've got the Podgemeister back in winning form. As we go back to the Vicar. Fat and Furious set the fastest lap, 22.142 on those brand new soft feel goods. less than a second between the Vicar and Macari 20. And again, this section is where you want to be using that ERS to make up time. Neither of them are. Very strange. And again, another place I'll be blasting it. Now. A little bit slow off the mark there. So I reckon the Vicar is just holding on to that P3 really. You don't really want to risk it. It's what it looks like to me, but he has got that penalty. He's got 8 seconds clear, or 8.7 seconds clear to shy of 0. So maybe he's just, you know, oh no, he's going for it. Finally gets it done. As I was saying that he's been cautious, he actually made the overtake. So fair play. As Macari 20 comes back in. Held by DRS, he should have this inside line covered. And he comes back through. So yeah, the Vicar takes it from Macari, but then Macari 20 sticks it back on him. 5.9 seconds that battle has now allowed Podge to get in the lead. Both still on 3 seconds. Let's just check position changes. Wrong one. Yeah, so Fat and Furious up 7 positions, 3 apiece for the Vicar and Shayab 0. As Shayab, what happened to Shayab then? Looks like Shayab dropped down a position then. Mad G clawing his way back, is now within 2 seconds of this pack in front, and no penalties. Flex Banham with a 1:22.118 for fastest lap. So Mad G less than a second and a half now. So it looks like Cafu in P10 is looking to take P9 from McQuartie. Based on penalties, unless he can do it on track alone. Let's just remind everyone of what tyres people decided to go on. There we go. So Shayab 0, I reckon those soft tyres are starting to scream. As do we go forward with Mad G? Is he going to make an inside lunge? So yeah, I think Shubby Zero is going to be struggling on those soft tyres now. Yeah, he's going quite wide on a corner where it's quite easy to take the inside line. Great move from Mad G there. It did not make it easy on Mad G, did Shubby Zero, but it looks like he has got it done. And he's now chasing down Fat and Furious, who's got penalties. 3 seconds for the next 3 drivers in front of Mad G. So, in fact, let's put leader on. Nine-second lead for SFR Podge Racing. So realistically, Podge can get P4 here, and unless something happens to Macari 20 or the Vicar or even Podge, I don't think Mad G can get a podium here. But that is an awesome recovery drive from his spin when he first got on those hard tyres. Macari 20 is trying to push on the back of Vicar, who's got past him again. Still has DRS on him. Looks like McCarry's just pushing back at the Vicar. Mad G now within striking distance of Fat and Furious. On track, he had it on penalties anyway. 2.5 laps remaining. Biff's coming for another stop. I got another penalty, and it looks like he's retired in the pits. Looks like 6% remaining for McCarry. Mad G having a good old sniff at the back of Fat and Furious's gearbox. Just like dogs greeting each other at the park, he's having a good old sniff. He's liking what he smells, he wants more of it. Is he going to go for the tackle? Should be an easy move, like he did on the last lap. Yep. Great move from Mad G there. Fat and Furious got another penalty there. Just got a little bit wide on the exit of turn 1. So Mad G's got a lap and a half to try and take out a 5.1 second deficit to P3. This would change if McCarry 20 got another penalty, which would put it at 1.8 deficit. Oh, Gooner's gone. Gooner's gone on the exit of the last corner. That'll be a virtual. So I'm going to try and find a camera of that, but it looks like he's already gone past. Let's go to McCarry 20, should be passing it. Yeah, missed it, but yeah, it looks like Gooner's come a cropper on the final corner there. So it is the last lap of this race. Racing Podge is now 10.8 seconds in the lead. We've got the Vicar in P2, McCarry 20 in P3, and Mad G, who is now 4.2 seconds behind McCarry 20 when penalties take into consideration. Take a 69, he's probably going to take P5 from Fat and Furious. Fat and Furious is going to drop down, probably to P8 here with penalties. So just on board with Podge Racing, coming through turns 10 and 11. Absolute commanding lead that Podge has shown. He had a spin, he had great qualifying pace, and he's now about to come across the line and take a well-deserved victory in GP4 Round 3 Australia. I suspect we'll see a little bit of weaving. And that is the win for SFR Racing Podge, or Podge Racing. Fantastic P2 here from the Vicar. And then McCarry 20 comes across the line, P3. Mad G, absolute fantastic recovery drive for P4. He will not be upset with that. I suspect Fat and Furious will drop down to 8th here, I believe. Maybe 7th. Teggy 69 5th. Dan Clark 6th. Looks like Fat and Furious will be 7th. Yep, Shayab Zero comes home in 8th. I think McQuirthy will be 10th, I believe, when McAfee comes across the line. Oh no, what? It will be 9th for McQuirthy, 10th for McAfee. Wow, what a race there. Absolutely fantastic. Fan Furious gets the games driver of the day, but I'm sorry, for me, it has to go to Podge Racing. The man, the myth, the legend, SFR Podge Racing. Yep, you heard. So here we go, guys. Let's run through the order. SFR Podge Racing takes his win of the season. Fantastic from him. The Vicar coming in P2. Macari 20 in P3. SFR Maggi in 4th. Great Recovery Drive taking 69 in P5. Dan Clower in 6th. Fan Furious in 7th. Shab Zero in 8th. McQuitty in 9th. And Few taking the last spot in 10th. Sorry, guys, while I just get a few things here. And I will invite our podium sitters into the comms box so we can hear exactly what these guys have to say. There we go. So I'm going to take a photograph. Yeah, 2 seconds, mate. I'm just sorting the invites out. There you go, guys. That should be all of our podium sitters invited. Just waiting for Podge and Macari 20. I believe we've got SFR the Vicar in the lobby. Fantastic. Just do us a favour, Vicar. Just make sure you got your mic close to your mouth. You seem a little bit quiet there, mate. And also make sure you got your voice always allowed to share in the broadcast settings. Macari 20 is in the lobby. Welcome to the comms box, Macari 20. Just make sure you've got into your party settings and always allow your voice to be shared.
Copy that.
Once you've done that, we'll start with you, Macari 20. So let me know when you're done, mate.
That's to be it.
Sound right. So yeah, Macari, congratulations on your podium, mate. That is a P3. You started P3 and finished P3, so pretty solid result from you. Didn't lose anything, but didn't gain anything. We saw you battling quite a lot with Podge at the start of the race. Of course, obviously he's managed to jump a position when Mad G span. But just run through us your race from start to finish, if you don't mind, mate.
Yeah, well, we both all had to start mediums because free choice, and I was got up to second on the start, getting ahead of pods. Trying to fight my G that started to drop back, had to let Potts through because he was a fastest car. Trying to hope they were fighting. Then my G spun, had the fight, then started fighting Pod again. Then I decided to try and undercut Pods as sooner than possible, because I know those hards are not good to get up to temperature as soon as possible.
Yeah, they are difficult, notoriously difficult.
Yeah. Then got that penalty grips in Australia with on 4. So I'm going to be trying to get that removed after the race, see if I can go anything with that. And yeah.
Yeah, it was a very good race from you, Macari 20. So congratulations on that, mate. Are you pleased with how you raced tonight?
No one but not pleased.
That's unfortunate. Well, hopefully Imola's next. So how you feeling about Imola? Macari, you there, mate? Oh.
Yeah, just thinking. Imola is one of my strongest tracks on this game in recent games.
Oh, okay, so we could potentially see you on the podium again for Imola. Fair play, mate. Well, let's just move on to SFR the Vicar. Congratulations on P2, mate. Absolute commanding result there, mate. I didn't really see you put any foot wrong, really. Although I did notice, and some of the viewers noticed, you weren't really utilising your ERS very much. One, how did your race go? And two, what's the reason for not using the battery deployment? Yeah, fair play, mate. Fair play. I mean, there is a place where I normally use it, and that's actually on the S section in the rear. If you can keep close with the DRS and use it in that S section, there's not a lot of people use it there, and it can actually be beneficial when you come to turn into turn 10. But yeah, each their own, I suppose, mate. But yeah, congratulations on P2, mate. Absolutely fantastic. Imola, are you looking forward to it? Yeah, it is a very rhythmic circuit, so you're right there. You do have to find your rhythm. But yeah, the rear chicane before the end of Sector 3 is very difficult. So yeah, we've got no pods racing in the comments box tonight. His mic's broken, so just want to say congratulations, Podge. Absolutely fantastic racing from you. And of course to you, the Vicar and Macari 20, congratulations, absolute brilliant podiums. Absolutely stellar from both of you. So I think we'll leave it there tonight, guys. You guys can go back and enjoy watching the replay or do whatever you need to do. I've been EnergyDan, I've been your host and commentator this evening. Do join us next week for a GP4 Imola, but also tomorrow we've got the GP3 boys tackling this new revamped Australian circuit. But yeah, if you want to jump onto our socials and give us a follow, or even if you see the bell on this stream, give us a like and a follow. I've been EnergyDan, and thank you for your time. Take care. Good night.